It is game day. Sooner Surge game time. 120th edition of the Red River Rivalry. 40 years since OU has played a number one ranked Texas Longhorn team. It's going to be hot, 94 degrees at kickoff, 2:30. ABC, massive game. Always is each and every year. And so much to talk about in this game, guys. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Also, we will be on pregame for about an hour and a half before the game, and we'll be immediately following the game on a live post game. So we welcome all of you to join us before the game and after the game to get your thoughts in the comment, in the chat of our live stream. Opening thoughts, guys, on this game. It's always an unpredictable one. You can throw stats out the window a lot of years. What do you guys got?
Yeah, Jeremy, you said it. This game's unpredictable. We've seen Caleb Williams come in, make some unbelievable plays, lead Oklahoma down from 28-3 whenever no one thought they had a chance, and he was able to do it. Obviously, you saw the game-winning drive last year from Dylan Gabriel. You've seen Spencer Rattler lead an insane comeback as well. So really, you've seen a lot from this team. And whenever really Oklahoma thought, or they really shouldn't have had a chance to win any of those games in a sense, and they still found a way to win. But once again, we're talking about it. Oklahoma, I'm not sure what the line is as of this morning, but I already know they're a 2-score underdog. So no one is picking Oklahoma to win this game. Oklahoma, Michael Hawkins, he has a chance to become a true legend. Like guys like Caleb Williams did in this game. We've seen many other players do if he leads Oklahoma to victory. And if you're Oklahoma, you need to find ways on offense to sustain drives. You just need to find ways to have success on offense. And if you're the defense, you need to keep doing what you've been doing all year, giving the ball back to your offense, making momentum plays, and really hopefully get this game to a point in which Oklahoma can have a chance to win.
Hey, before Jay says his thoughts, I don't really care about Spencer Rattler, Caleb, and all those guys. To me, you throw nothing matters going into this game today, guys.
Hey, my opening thoughts on this game are a few things. This game is the first time it's in the SEC. I'm excited about it for SEC fans to kind of witness this game, this atmosphere. I know SEC Network's going to be there. It's going to be great. This game comes down to a few things for me, guys. I mean, you look at it, OU's not been good offensively. That's a fact. They haven't been. But they have had a few weeks now to get ready for this. And you have a new guy at the helm in Michael Hawkins. You got some O-linemen that played last time that they wanted to start at the beginning of the year. So we'll see what happens. I think this game, everybody's talking about the plays that Texas has that are explosive and how you got to limit those plays from Texas. And while I agree with that, I think OU has to have some explosive plays. In fact, this game could come down to which team makes more of 20-plus yard plays. I mean, OU's got to limit them because Ewers likes Steve Sarkisian. That's what they like to do, is stretch the field and throw it down the field. If you listen to Brent Venables earlier in the week, vertical game, the vertical passing game. They'll dink with you some screens, and then they'll go down the field. You got to control it. OU has to, in my opinion. I think Jackson or Jeremy, one of you guys mentioned sustaining drives. I understand that, but OU's got to have some explosive plays. You aren't winning this game with 0 plays over 20 yards. I don't see that happening against Texas, just methodically driving it down the field on them.
You cannot you cannot get multiple scores behind if you're OU. You just got to keep this thing close to the fourth, see what happens. Jay, you mentioned explosive plays. That brings us to the next thing, guys. And viewers, we want your comments in here as well, so don't be shy. Give us your hot take or whatever it is, but it's time for Sooner standouts. Who do you have Sooner standouts, offense, defense, special teams, Jackson?
Offensively, I'm going to go as my Sooner standout as Zion Reagans. I think that, we know has the speed. He hasn't been utilized down the field at all this year, which makes no sense. And the times he has been sent down the field, the offensive line is not given the QB time to throw it to him. But for some reason, we've seen in this game so many times over and over again, a true freshman or someone kind of comes out of nowhere, makes their name known, makes some plays. And I think he is going to make some huge plays for Oklahoma and show why he could have a chance to be a big part of this offense the rest of the year to come. And defensively, I think it's only right I go with Danny Stutzman. The man has made a name for himself in this game. The man is a legend. We all know the quote from him. And I think that Stutzman, over the course of the start of this year, he hasn't necessarily had to play a huge role because Oklahoma, they've been subbing a lot at linebacker. But I think this is a game where we go like, all right, with Danny Stutzman, he maybe has a 12, 13, 14, 15 tackle game. And special teams, give me Zach Schmidt, man. I think he made some huge kicks against Auburn, and I think he's actually going to be the starting place kicker Saturday again. And I think we're going to need Zach Schmidt to hit a few field goals.
I'm going to go. First off, I'll start special teams. Can't pick anybody else other than Luke Elzinga right now. I think it's going to be massive that they keep field position, so he's going to play a big part. Defensively, this might be a surprise to you guys, but Trace Ford to me. Watch Trace Ford. I think, he's a guy that's watching a lot of film. I think he's probably done with school. I think he's probably graduated. He can just watch a lot of film. They've been moving him into different positions. I think he has a big game on Saturday. I really do. And then offensively, if you were to tell me right now that Jacoby Johnson is going to play, I would pick Jacoby Johnson. I don't know if he is because I just don't know with Oklahoma. He should play. He's been practicing for 3 weeks. They moved him out of a defensive back, but I can't pick him because I don't know. So I'm going to go with Taylor Tatum. This game has been known to have running backs make a name for themselves in this game. So I'm going to go Taylor Tatum. I think he does really well at running back.
Yeah, I've got the Texas connection across the board, guys. I've got Taylor Tatum as well, Jay. I just think he's been off, had the concussion protocol. I think he's going to be at least 10 carries is kind of my pick. I think he's going to have 10 carries, guys. And I think he's going to have somewhere between 60 and 80 yards on those 10 carries and big plays. Also catch a couple out of the backfield. On defense, I got another Texas high school guy, and Eli Bowen. I think Eli Bowen's going to stand out because he's going to play more, and he's going to be locked down on several plays. And then at special teams, I'm going to go brother Bowen. Peyton Bowen gets a big return in the special teams game. They're in front of a lot of family in Dallas, Texas. Guys, it's time. Score predictions. We're going to start in the SEC. Ole Miss at LSU. Who do you have?
Give me I'm going to go with Ole Miss. I think that them getting some confidence in a big win against South Carolina, I think they're one of the best teams in the SEC, although they're lost to Kentucky earlier in SEC play. So I think that Ole Miss is going to get a huge win.
Give me LSU. This is another time where Lane Kiffin becomes Lane Whiffin, and they will whiff on this game. I think they're going to have 2 losses after this Saturday.
Yeah, I have LSU winning, guys. It's a night game. Okay, I don't have to say anything else. Night game in Baton Rouge. And by the way, LSU is going to be atop the SEC, too, if that happens. They're going to be sitting right pretty where maybe people didn't think they would be. I've got LSU. Next game, guys, former Sooner Dylan Gabriel at home against the Ohio State Buckeyes. Ohio State, Oregon. Who you got?
Give me Oregon, man. I've been bought in on them from the start of the year. They were my early pick to win the national championship. I think Dan Lanning, Dylan Gabriel, they're going to get their statement win. And I think that Dylan Gabriel's, I wouldn't consider it necessarily a Heisman moment, but this will be one of the top performances, in my opinion, from a QB all year, what we're going to see from Dylan Gabriel against Ohio State.
This game, in my opinion, I've been leaning Oregon all year. And as the game gets closer, I just can't do it. I honestly, I cannot pick Oregon because I think Will Howard, I think Dylan Gabriel are both good college quarterbacks. I don't think either one of them are great. And I think Ohio State's defense is better than Oregon's. So I'm picking Ohio State.
In a matchup of elite game managers, Howard and Gabriel, I think Howard manages the game better. Gabriel's going to make too many mistakes, face a lot of pressure from the Buckeye defense. I got Ohio State winning at Oregon. Guys, and now for the 120th Red River Rivalry, Red River Shootout, whatever you want to call it, it's time. Score predictions for the Red River Rivalry.
I really badly, Jeremy J, want to pick OU, but I don't think I can. I think it's going to be a super close game. It's going to be a one-score game. It's going to come down to the very end, like it does the majority of the time. And I have Texas winning 27-24, and which is another instant classic Red River game.
Jackson, it's like you've been following my tutelage all week, and now you're picking pretty much the exact same score I've been talking about all week. I have very similar. I've been saying Texas for the last 2 weeks. I have not changed my mind. I got this game actually being a really close game like you, Jackson. I got 27-21, and I think OU has the ball with the chance to win it on the last drive, and I think they just come up short. I do. I think the defense plays a really good game. I think the offense gets some explosive plays and gets 3 touchdowns, but I think they just come up short.
What's your score, Jay?
I already said 27-21.
Guys, I've said this before. Get rid of all the stuff. Throw out the stats, the records, everything. I'm picking OU 23-19. Zach Alley and BV going to stymie the Texas offense a little bit. 23-19, maybe a safety in there for Texas. But I got OU winning 23-19. Fans, drop it in the comment section of the video. Who do you have as your Sooner standout, your score predictions, your picks across the country in the big-time games? It's going to be a fabulous Saturday here in Oklahoma as the Sooners take on the Longhorns in Dallas, Texas. 120th showing of the Red River Rivalry. Lots of great games on the board today. Make sure you check us out before the game and after the game for our pregame and postgame live. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, drop your comments. We'll see you later.